Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it is match day. It's a big one. It's the old rivalry. It's Leeds United versus Chelsea, or Chelsea versus Leeds United, if you like. Down at Stamford Bridge, Leeds United have a chance to do the double over Chelsea. The last time we did that was 91-92, of which we won at home 3-0 and won away 1-0. So more of the same today, please. 3 points for me is a must. It's doable. Let's create a bigger gap between us and that bottom three. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell because we will be doing a watch along a little bit later on, and let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So, folks, starting first of all with the fact that Chelsea are in such dire form. Whether or not that's a positive for Leeds United, we will have to wait and see, because we know how the story goes, right? Chelsea have netted just 6 times in all competitions since November, and they only scored 1 goal throughout the month of February. I mean, that's bad. I mean, since Graham Potter's been in, it has not been great for Chelsea. They've won just 2 of their last 15 Premier League games, drawing 6 of them and losing 7. Would I take a draw today? You best believe. I mean, Graham Potter's now on a 3-game losing streak in all competitions as well, and they haven't scored a single goal in that time. Only 5 teams have scored fewer goals at home in the Premier League than Chelsea this season, only 13 goals. Now, of course, you know, 5 teams are worse than them. If you're playing a team down the bottom end of the table, it's totally fine, but this is Chelsea. You know, this is Chelsea. This is dire straits for them. You know, especially when you consider that Todd Bowley came in, he went on a mad one. He was gazumping other teams, buying players left, right, and centre. The likes of Enzo Fernandez, world record transfer fee. That guy's been dribbled past more times than any other player in the Premier League. You know, you've got Mudryk, who's turned into Muddy Rick, Joao Felix coming on and getting sent off and suspended in his first game. It's just not good at Chelsea at all. Coupled with the fact now they have no Thiago Silva, who, to be fair, is their rock at the back. I'm going to go on record now and say that I really, really like Badiashile. I think he looks a very good acquisition and will be a great centre-back. But Koulibaly's not been it. There's no Azpilicueta. Reece James is a doubt as well. And I think an even bigger one for us Leeds fans is the fact that Mason Mount won't be playing, because we know that he loves a goal against Leeds United at Derby or Chelsea. He's too busy doing gritty on TikTok and that and getting absolutely berated by his own fans. But we know, like, when things aren't going well, you just need to stay behind closed doors. Don't be coming out doing stuff like that. Things aren't great at Chelsea, and we have a real chance of not only just getting a point, but getting all 3 for me. And it'd be huge for Leeds United in the context of their season. I mean, it's a run of 6 games now without victory for Chelsea. And if that run extends here and Leeds United pick up a point or get all 3, it'll make history. It'll be their longest winless run since 94-95. So, you know, it shows how dire straits Chelsea are in, especially when you consider the money they've got, the players they've got. And only, 18 months ago they won the Champions League? It's mad. And I'll say again, Leeds United have a real opportunity here. Not only that, the fans are pretty toxic. You know, Graham Potter's been getting death threats. They're not really enjoying it at the moment. A lot of the players are getting lightning rods, the likes of Cucurella, the goalkeepers, etc. Things are not going good at Chelsea. And there hasn't been a single goal scored in the opening 15 minutes at Stamford Bridge this season. So in that 15 minutes, as long as we can keep it tight and we can frustrate, best believe the fans will start to turn. Leeds United fans will be there, you know, packed out, full of voice, be smelling blood, and I think the players will too. I think they'll be well up for this. Knowing they beat them at Ellen Road 3-0 earlier on in the season, I think we go and, you know, we stamp our authority on this game. And as I said right at the start of the video, the last time we won down at Chelsea, the last time we did the double was 91-92, and we won 3-0 at home and then went away to Chelsea. Back in them days, we had the likes of Cantona. Yeah, £1 million. Still a mad one, that. But look, Chelsea, yes, are terrible at the minute. But if we were to win the game, it would only be our second away win of the season, which is the joint lowest points tally on the road. So things are all rosy at Leeds United. But that win did come against Liverpool. You know, we handed Liverpool, or Virgil van Dijk's first loss at Anfield. And we are the only side since October to take points off Manchester United at Old Trafford. So going to Big Six teams away from home doesn't face this Leeds United team. We have a lot of players that are up for it, that have played Champions League football, the likes of McKennie and Adams. We've seen their performance at Man United. Voba will hopefully be fit and up for it. And this team doesn't fear anyone. You've got youngsters like Nonto, Somerville, etc. They'll be well up for this. Experienced Leeds heads in Luke Ayling. They'll know what this fixture means. And I am actually quite confident. You know, would I take a point? Yes. But do I think we can win the game? Yes, I do. You know, we will get chances in this game. One of the things for Chelsea is they have been conceding a lot of goal scoring opportunities, and coupled with the fact that no Thiago Silva's in there, who has been their rock, Leeds United will get chances. The only problem is we've got to be clinical. You know, Javi Gracia spoke about it in his pre-match presser. We've all been speaking about it. We need to take our chances. How do we do that? Create good goal scoring opportunities, not just the odd one. And maybe, just maybe, opt for Rutter. You know, opt for Rutter alongside Bamford. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who you believe, should be starting at top. I already know a lot of people will be saying, listen, Bamford needs to be dropped. But I think Bamford being able to occupy the centre-backs, Fofana, Badiashile, whoever it may be, and then have Rutter running in behind, I think we can get joy. I'm hoping that Reece James doesn't feature. No Aspilicueta either. I don't know what that means at right back for Chelsea. Will they play Loftus-Cheek there? Potentially. Will that aid Leeds United? Yes, of course it will. You know, things are not great. I was reading midweek about how Chelsea may even look at the likes of Ben Chilwell. You've got players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Conor Gallagher who know they're going to be sold in the summer. I don't think it's going great, and it's only going one way for Graham Potter, and hopefully we can be another team that puts that nail in that coffin, because, you know, there's the rivalry there as well. So if Leeds were to go down, look, from a Chelsea perspective, the 17th, we should be beating them. You know, things could get toxic, and hopefully Leeds United actually take that opportunity and prey on Chelsea's weaknesses. But listen, they don't like Graham Potter. I'm still a massive fan, and we have to remember that he was a bit of our kryptonite whilst at Brighton. I'm hoping that was just Brighton and not him. He did seem to have Bielsa's number. He was unbeaten in all 5 Premier League meetings with Leeds as Brighton head coach, winning 3 and drawing 2. To give me a draw today, I can't lie to you, I'll take it. But he has a very good record against us. So hopefully, you know, we overdo that hoodoo today. And you know me, I'm an emotional guy. I'm a heart on my sleeve kind of guy. I do believe in omens. Who can ever forget that first season in the Championship under Bielsa when I used to say, it's our time, baby. And coupled with the fact that Leeds United won in 91-92 at home 3-0 and then went and won 1-0 away, there's also the added thing that Javi Gracia beat Chelsea in his 3rd game as Watford boss and his 2nd Premier League game. Well, by my check-in, it's Javi Gracia's 3rd game as Leeds United boss and also his 2nd Premier League game as Leeds United boss. So the stars are aligning. Now, I don't know whether or not that's a good thing, because when I used to say it's our time, as we know, we didn't get promoted that season. So maybe I'm the bad luck charm. I don't know. Now, let's jump into the predicted lineups. Now, I do like to use SofaScore, but I do think there will be some changes to this. I'm not quite sure that we'll see the 4-3-3. I think he might go with the 4-2-3-1 that we've seen against Southampton. I think he wanted to try that out in the FA Cup, but I think he'd prefer a solid base of Adams and McKennie. But then again, McKennie did bits in the attacking boxes. I'm not too sure, actually, but I think he might go with the 4-2-3-1. I don't think we'll see Rutter start. I think it'll be Bamford if he was to go with the 4-3-3, but if he does go with 2 up top, then I would expect maybe Bamford and Rutter. But then again, you can't drop Aronson. I think we might see the experience of Harrison as well. Whether or not that means Nonto goes out to the right or Harrison goes out to the right, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm not quite sure that will be Leeds United's lineup. There will be a few changes in there, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. In terms of Chelsea's lineup, as I say, Reece James is doubtful. Kovacic is back from from illness, and he's very press resistant and great on the ball. So someone that I do really like as a footballer. Obviously, you've got Mudryk, Joao Felix, Raheem Sterling at their other clubs. Ballers, you know, Joao Felix, obviously, maybe not so much at Atletico Madrid, but that was more so the coach. We know about Muddy Rick. Kai Havertz, Shai Havertz, yeah, Cry Havertz, not the one for me. I just don't get it. I remember Chelsea Rory talking about him being a future Ballon d'Or winner. Well, that's gone in the bin because I think he's absolutely woeful, and that's what they're missing, really, a lethal number 9. They do have talent there, and like I say, I do like Buddy Ashile here. And listen, Kepa's actually had a good season, but that falls to pieces when Thiago Silva's not in that back line, so hopefully Leeds United can take advantage of that. Listen, I'm going to say that we win the game. I'm going to say that we win the game 1-0. I'm going to go with that historical factor of the 91-92 season and say that Leeds United win this game 1-0. And it'd be huge if we did because, you know, there's some huge games this weekend. As you can see, the table doesn't look great for Leeds United, but we are out of that relegation zone. And I think the massive one, the big kicker for me, is Everton taking on Nottingham Forest this weekend. Listen, Bournemouth are away at Arsenal. Write that one off. Probably about another 4-0 like Everton got. Southampton, they're playing Leicester, another team down there. West Ham are at Brighton and Wolves are at home to Spurs. So hopefully Spurs can show up. And if we can have any sort of positive result, I believe we might see us climb up the table, you know. So in a few weeks' time, I genuinely believe Leeds United can start to calm down a little bit. I'm already pretty calm, but I know some Leeds fans are still worried. And listen, if we did lose today and Everton beat Forest, then again, you're like, oh God, we're back in the mix. But I'm confident that we don't lose this game, at least. If we did lose this game, I'd be disappointed as a Leeds fan because their form is woeful. And yeah, we've got to get something for me. We have got to get something. And I think we will, folks. I do think we will. And I'm going to give you my prediction. I already have, I think. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 1-0 Leeds United. Yeah, and I'd be disappointed if it was anything but that. Okay, I'll take a point. It's Chelsea at the end of the day. It's Stamford Bridge. But they're woeful. So come on, Leeds United. Let's get 3 points and forget about this relegation chitter-chatter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you join me for the watch-along. I'll be live around 2:15. Smash a like on this video, notifications and all that jazz, and I'll see you on the other side. Come on, Leeds!